I found that in being in the business for 5 years, that the individuals who we built bikes for, that they were a really interesting group of people. And I thought at 5 years of watching bike shows on television, those people have been watching us build the bikes, have been watching us create all of these things. Why not turn around and look at the industry from our side, and let's feature these characters that come into the shop. Stacy, she's definitely a definitive woman. She's young, she knows what she wants. She's a hairdresser by trade. She has a strong personality. She wears all of her tattoos and proud of it.
Oh, Jesus, my grandmother did hair for 40 years or something like that. So apparently I always said I wanted to do hair growing up, but I don't remember saying that. You're working all day, and you know, I'm a hairdresser. I listen to everybody's stuff. You're touching people, so you've got their energy you're sucking up all day, and sometimes you're told things you really don't want to know, you know, and I love what I do. I love doing hair. I love making people feel good and look good and sending them out with a smile on their face and maybe changing their perspective on themselves for at least a half an hour or something. But man, sometimes it's nice to get out of here and get on that bike and just frickin' haul ass. It's kind of a big, it's a big screw you to a lot of people who think that you just can't handle it, you know? I was flying down the Flamingo one day and I cut this guy off on the left. I signaled, I just real quick, in and out, and he comes up like he's all mad and he unrolls the window and he goes to say something and he goes, "Damn, that's hot," and he just rolls up his window and shut up. I was like, thanks. I met the old school guys from some friends and ended up going by one day and there was a party going on and stopped in and ended up hanging out and BSing with them and go along my merry way. Oh, and I also did a photo shoot with them. They just had this bike that they wanted to sell and asked me if I'd do a photo shoot on the bike, and I said as long as my shirt stays on, no problem. It was interesting.
The female biking community is what the largest, fastest growing community for the women are getting together, building social clubs. They want to know where the rides are, which is very fascinating.
Hi, I'm Kim Couture, and we are at Extreme Couture. This is our gym in Las Vegas, and we're getting ready to do some training. I've been fighting for a year. My first fight was February of '08. I fought again in April, again in June, and then in November. So I had 4 fights in '08 and tried to get another 3 or 4 fights in for '09. I am married to Randy Couture. He's been in the UFC for 12 years and 7-time world champion and one of the best coaches that you could ever ask for.
Well, Kim was already training in the sport of mixed martial arts and especially jiu-jitsu before I met her. Kim's absolutely very competitive.
I enjoy being a very feminine tomboy, just kind of being an overachiever and stuff that people said, you know, it's only for boys. I rode my first street bike probably in year 2000 and had a Harley when I met Randy and convinced him that choppers were the way to go. So we started designing our own bikes. I went with more of the pro street look, and he went with kind of the old school bobber type. This bike is pretty special to me because I designed it myself. Everybody tells me I'm very extreme, so I kind of went with the fire and ice theme.
One of the things that Kim wanted to achieve on this bike was a very, very comfortable ride and have the ability to control how the bike rode, either hard or soft. And we put an air ride system in it which allows her to control the height almost by 3 inches up or down to this bike.
You pimped my ride.
I pimped your ride, baby.
Being out, going for a ride and not having to talk to anybody and just, you know, being outside and feeling the wind in your face, it's great. It's very therapeutic. There's just nothing like it.
My advice to any girl that wants to go out and ride, just go do it. Go do whatever you want to do, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it because you're a girl. That's stupid.